was right on top of them. I didn't get any of them, but I got awful doggone close. I heard something. Yeah, no, these fuckers, they really took off. They really took off. Yeah, I bought a brand new Nikon camera, like a big DSLR. Kind of learned how to use it. Yeah, well, the filters for the solar filters for it are another $200. Yeah, I bought it so that we would be able to take nice quality pictures while we were on vacation. Like the full resolution is like 24 meg, so. The very first camera I ever bought, Kevin, was like the max resolution on it was like 1.2 meg. Yeah, that sounds about right. I bought a cheapo from Staples, I think it cost me $50. It didn't even have a screen on the backside that you could review the pictures. Really? Yeah. Constantly in and out, in and out.
Because you're spending so much energy on that motor.
Right.
Sliding lens in,
Yeah.
sliding lens out.
Well, that's what I like about this DSLR. Now, I was reading the reviews about it online for all the different DSLRs, and it really came down to that Nikon and a Canon. And I forget what model Canon it was. But several years ago, we had bought a Canon, a PhD, computer dummy.
Oh, okay.
And like within a year or so of buying it, like the CPU on it corrupted, or the processor corrupted, and it wouldn't, yeah. And it left us really, really disappointed. I mean, it was a nice camera, it was a nice looking camera and everything, but it just, like the memory on it corrupted, or something corrupted and was leaving, giving us bad, unusable files and everything. And
Like
so,
I said, that old Konica Minolta.
so, when it came down to the choice between a Canon and a Nikon, I said, well, Canon left us high and dry, and I love the Nikon optics that I put on all my rifles. Now, it's not to say that, I got to caveat that by saying that I did put a vortex on my Savage. I put a slightly higher magnification on it. And I decided that while I was going to replace that rifle scope, I would go with a vortex and see how their optics are. So far, so good. Zeroed out nicely. It seems to be holding zero under the 308 loading I have it chambered in. But the Nikon optics I think they're very good. I wish. Oh, now you're talking. Keep melting through then I'd have a bigger problem. I'd have to sell an awful lot of hot dogs to replace the boat.
Wow. Kind of like a
think so far, Ice? How much is one of those Prodigy 10.0s? 350, 400? Which one? What?
Indian pans, you said, are cheaper, but they ride lower in the water.
Yeah.
I like these red ones.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, they track really well with double notches.
I like these two-man kayaks, honestly, because even as a solo rider, I think they track really nicely too.
Is this the Pamlico also, or
The Prodigy, the Perception. No, it's Perception.
I don't know which version of the model and which version of the brand.
I think Perception is the brand. The Prodigy is the model. 10.0 is the length.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I got that one.
Okay.
And you're 135 metric.
No, it's 13.5 feet.
13.5 feet.
I think so.
That makes sense. That looks about right.
Yeah, because it's not under 1.5 meters long.
Yeah, well, I was thinking like, I don't know, 2 meters.
2 meters. Some unit of measure that nobody really uses.
But it doesn't look.
It exists,
like
but nobody
1.3
uses.
meters or 13 meters. So I'm going with your 13 feet.
Yeah, with that. Yeah, well, 135 centimeters would be the closest thing there.
Yeah, that'd be 1.3 meters is what, 4 feet? Maybe 5?
Yeah, about.
Nah, it'd be closer to 4.
Now 30 centimeters is roughly a foot. Yeah, you're right. Closer to 4.
That'd be a very small boat.
More than an inch.
Or a 13-meter boat would be very large.
You can get all of us more than them.
Go scull it.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, watch that dock up there.
Down on Boathouse Row.
That's a nice looking boat. That tan one that who owns that tan kayak that I've been using a lot this year?
Brad?
Yeah, it is Brad. That one's nice too.
Well, that is,
Yeah, bring it to your right.
I believe that one's
Bring it
designed
up to the center of the river.
that one's designed for fishing, I think.
Oh, is it?
I think it either has or has a spot to put your rod in.
I don't think it does.
It's like a semi-sporting model.
That one goes pretty good too. Tracks nice and straight.
And gray doesn't stick out quite so much as ray. You know,
There is that.
duck hunting or whatever.
One of these years that's going to be something I try too. It's going to be this year, I guess.
Up for that, really. But if you're a kayak fisher, your bird should float long enough for you to get to it.
Yeah, I think so. opened up the pheasant propagation areas to hunting other than pheasants. So small game, large game. But the pheasants now require an official permit. Just like black bear or show tag or extra assault or extra spring gobbler tag.
Because they're so...
Because the state stocks
few of them? Oh, because of the state stock.
And I guess what we were paying for our licenses wasn't enough to pay for stocking. But since they're gonna make that a pay to play item, I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna play. You're right there, Ike. You're going a little too hard.
Yeah, you want to lose grip. You want to hold it between your thumb and your first finger.
Yeah, not whack me in the head. Leave the other. Leave these fingers kind of loose, Ike.
Otherwise, if you're locked down on the paddle,
you are going to tire out real
get an
fast.
hour or two into this, and your hands will be stuck like that, like claws.
You might want your sunglasses. The sun's starting to come out. And remember, it's not a race. We're all just kind of paddling along. Now the water's going to get shallow up here, so you got to watch out for rocks, all right, Isaac? Yeah, I believe you're correct. it gets better. Oh yeah, pretty rough. Well, we'll see, but
I'm in the line of fire.
nah, he's concentrating on paddling. This section, hey, Kevin, this section coming up down here, the section where I got the boat stuck with my mom in it. Do you want to lead him through it, and then I'll bring up the rear just to make sure that everybody gets through all right? Hey, Isaac, slow down for a minute. Guys, stop paddling for a second. I'm trying to catch up to you. I don't catch up. The section of the river coming up down here is really kind of rough. So I'd like you to follow Mr. Kevin, and then I'm going to follow you to make sure that you make it through okay, all right? It might be the roughest part on the river. Give Mr. Kevin about a 20-yard lead, and I mean right here, it's coming up in a few hundred yards. It's not right away. It's going to be around his bend. But try to follow Mr. Kevin as best as you can. You can go through the waves, just don't try to thread any needles through the rocks. I don't know if his skill level is up to threading needles. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, some ways would be good, but it doesn't have to be placid. That's kind of a boring ride. No, we don't want to ride on the lake. That Kevin? Yeah, it sure is. Oh my goodness. Good. Oh, yeah. All right, Isaac, you gotta turn yourself around a little, buddy.
I think if you get heading toward that shore, that's fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll give you a little bit of a push. Yeah.
Yeah, to your right, Isaac.
The closer we get to the shore, the easier it's going to get.
Yeah, follow. Yeah, Dale and Janet just hit a whatever a little
Yeah. He's sitting
roller.
pretty high. And he's shoving advantage.
Yeah, it's great. I scraped over a couple of rocks through here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to hit them there either.
This
Boy,
is
they're
hollow.
really